Hello and welcome to Oakman High School in Oakman, Alabama. The season continues. After a postseason victory this past week, head to the road to Sachs. It's another episode of Go Wildcats. Coach Ryan Hall. All right, so we're coming off a big weekend with a good win. Wildcats advance over Colbert Heights, a score of 36-7. Coach, walk us through high points of the game.
Yeah, we're really proud of winning a first-round playoff game, and doing it here makes it even better, and in front of your community and all that. And proud of the coaches and the players, and win 36-7 over we felt like was a very good team that had a very good plan against us. We were excited and proud to get that win, and there was a lot in that game. We got to clean up a lot of discipline things and just kind of learn how to keep our focus. But the fortunate thing is we get to do that. We get to practice another week, and hopefully we'll clean some of that up and do a better job of playing with discipline and playing with the right focus and the right energy and emotion. One of the big lessons in that is misplaced emotion a lot of times gets you in a lot of trouble, and I don't think it helps you win. And we've got to learn from some of those things that happened Friday night and continue to teach and try to help our players understand that you've got to stay focused and disciplined for 48 minutes and kind of let go of some of the things that happen in the game that can affect that negatively. But all in all, we're proud to win it and proud of a lot of effort by our players and coaches, and we look forward to the challenge next Friday night, getting to play another week.
All right. If we zoom into some of the specific players from this past week, who stood out for us?
Yeah, I've said this probably 5 weeks in a row, but our defense was again just really, really good, the whole unit. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Coach Painter and Coach Ward and Coach Crow and Coach Duke and the job that those guys do, getting those guys prepared, and they do a great job of game plan and just having a good plan and just really getting our kids to go out and play hard. I think that's the big thing. It's not as much scheme and things. It's just go play hard, and they do that, and they do a great job of that. But I felt like we had three guys that really kind of stood out. A.J. Odom. He affects the game so many ways, and a lot of times it doesn't come up in plays, but teams run away from him. He kind of defends one side of the field by just being over there, but he had a tough job on some things. They were running a lot of jet stuff, and he would set the edge and also get off and make a tackle. And so I thought he played really good and with some physicality early and kind of set the tone. And then Jai Henderson was again lights out, and Jai's Mr. Consistency, and I always bring that up because that's a big characteristic that we want in this program, guys that show up and are the same guy every day and do the right thing over and over again, and felt like Jai does that, and he gets rewarded on Friday night. But he was all over the field, and he played good in the run game and tough and physical, and then was able to make some plays in the passing game too, whether it was affecting the quarterback or he had a sack, I think, and then he kind of got in on a pass breakup too. And then the third one was Tyler Thomas, our little 8th grader that's really had a great year and come on and had 2 interceptions. But he's such a physical presence too at safety. He comes down and makes plays in the run game, and he just presents a lot of different things for us defensively, and we're so proud of him. And he's another consistent guy, just shows up every day and does the same thing, and has the same personality and attitude. And really proud of our whole defensive unit, but those 3 guys kind of stood out. Offensively, we did a lot of good things. They were putting a bunch of people in the box, and we still knew we had to run the football, and so up front we did enough. But Sean Douglas was really good when we got those matchups in the pass game where we get one-on-ones, and he was able to make some plays. And I think he had like 7 catches for almost 100 yards, and then he ran the ball for about 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he had a big night. He was one of our offensive players of the week. And then Caden Marchbanks was the other. Caden had a lot of tough runs. He was a work. He had 20-something carries, 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he made a bunch of big plays on 3rd down too. He caught a little swing pass and made a guy miss and kind of got us out of being backed up. And I was really proud of him for that. And then our Do the Work award, which we love to give that award because we feel like it embodies what we want our players to be in terms of preparation and then performing on Friday night. And we try to preach that message that you're going to play how you practice, and so we want to reward the guy that does that the most. And Luke Martin was our Do the Work Player of the Week this week. He had a great week of practice. Luke is another just consistent guy, and he works after practice a lot. He's always in there asking coach questions, and he had a big catch on the 2-point conversion where he came up run the cross route, and then he had another, I think, 3rd down catch too that kind of kept a drive going. So we're proud of him and proud of Luke and proud of all those guys that have received that award throughout the year.
All right. as you're now kind of in the middle of this postseason experience? I know you're here in part because of seniors. Talk about their influence, their impact on the field.
Yeah, we have 13 seniors, and I just want to take a minute and kind of point out a few things about that. When we got here, they were ninth graders, and the other night we met, and I got out my notes from that meeting and kind of talked to them about what I said and what they said in that meeting, and so it was just neat. They've invested a lot in this program, and I want to make sure that we point out all the things that they've done. They've been through good and bad. They coaching changed. They had a losing record their freshman year to now winning 9 games and getting us into the second round of the playoffs. And they've been in the playoffs 4 years in a row. And that's quite an accomplishment. We kind of take that for granted maybe here because we've been in the playoffs so many years in a row, but it's tough to make the playoffs. And in order for them to do it 4 years in a row is really a significant accomplishment. And we're really proud of those guys and hope that they'll continue to be a part of our family. And they're always welcome here. And that was kind of my message to them Friday night. At some point, this is going to end hopefully 5 weeks, but at some point it is. And I want you all to know that we're proud and thankful and grateful for all that they've invested in the Oakman Wildcat football program.
All right, very good. We shift our attention to tomorrow night's game. It's on the road in Anniston at the Sachs High School there. Formidable team. You're not going to play any easy teams, obviously, this part of the playoffs. So just talk about that matchup for us.
Yeah, to win the region they're in is a significant accomplishment. That's the top to bottom. I would have to say that's as good of a region as there is in 3A football, and very competitive. And they want it. They've got great skill. Number 6 is a fantastic football player. He's fast and physical and can make plays in the run game and the pass game. And we'll have to do a good job of knowing where he's at and kind of trying to limit his touches. But they have several guys. Their quarterback's a winner, very tough and physical, and they obviously play a good brand of football. For them to be where they're at, they're very well coached, and like most of the teams you're going to play this time of year, they're going to have a good scheme against what we do. They've seen enough film, they've seen us all year, and so it'll be very important that we execute and we stay disciplined and focused and maintain that throughout the game, to give ourselves the best chance to win. But we're excited. We feel like we've put ourselves in a position to go and compete and see where we're at as a program and as a team, and they'll provide a really good challenge for us to figure that out. So, good team.
All right. Be sure you keep watching today as Coach will break down some film from this past week's Colbert Heights contest.
36-7. It was a very hard-fought game. There were some things, we've got to play with better discipline and stay focused on what we're trying to do, and that's some things that fortunately we get another week of practice to work on. But all in all, I was proud of the effort. I thought we played really hard. So got some highlights here. We'll go to the offense first. We had about 360 yards of offense. Caden had a really good night. This is the first touchdown here. We just run the sweep play. We're just trying to get on the edge. You can see I got a lot of guys stacked up in there in the box in the middle here. So we're going to try to get out on the edge, and Caden does a good job of getting out there. You see a good block right there by Bubba getting on that linebacker, and then Caden does a good job of just staying behind the block, staying patient, finding the crease, and then getting in the end zone. So that put us up early. This is not a touchdown, but a big play right here, and there's a great block. And Caden gets a lot of credit for running the football, but he does a lot of other things too. You're going to see him right here get out on the edge. He's the wing down here at the bottom of the screen. He gets all the way out here, and then boom, makes a great block right there on the corner. So Sean does a good job of getting that ball out on the edge. Caden finishes right there with a good block. We move the ball down. It's a big game. We get a horse collar right there to tack on some more yardage too. We come back, I think, 2 plays later. We're in the sweep down here to the right, just on the big play to Sean. Now we're going to run one back to the left. So Caden's running the sweep to the left. He avoids the first guy, which we got to do a better job of getting that blocked up right there. Our center's got to go to the play side on that. Shep does a good job of getting out there, getting a piece of him, and then Caden uses his speed to get out to the edge and dives in there for the big touchdown. So that put us up 14-0. This is late in the first half, I think. The third touchdown we score, midway through the second quarter maybe. We get a little man coverage down here at the bottom. So we're going to run our outside receiver on a little slant and then an inside guy on a corner and just kind of get the ball up and out and give him a chance to make a play. And Bubba does a good job of getting it out there, and Sean finishes it with a catch. So that put us up 20-0 there right before the half. The second half right here, this is actually a 2-point conversion. We got a penalty, a couple of penalties I think there on the extra point attempt that moved us back. So we decided to go for 2. And this little trick play, Caden rolls out to the right and then throws it back to Luke. And Luke does a great job. That's Luke Martin doing a great job of going back and making a big catch on the 2-point conversion. Here's a touchdown later in the third quarter. This is Sean kind of fitting in there on the power play. Good job of staying on his blocks and just finishing the run and finding the grass to get in the end zone. Really proud of our defense. Again, they stood up, gave up 24 yards in the first half. Just did a great job. Here they go running the speed sweep there. You'll see at the top of the screen, AJ just kind of stays on the block, gets it out of there, and makes a big tackle for a loss right there. You get a fumble right here. They're in a little double wing set, run a little option play, and mishandle the mesh. And we do a good job. Trey Thomas gets in there and gets fumble recovery for us, and a big turnover to get the ball back to our offense. Again, I can't say enough about our defensive staff, the coaches and the players, and the job that they've done over the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's another job, Jai Henderson just running through a block, and just Jai's playing with so much effort right now. Sorry, that's AJ. I misspoke there. That's AJ running through a block, just kind of overpowering the guy, doing a good job of setting that edge and getting back there in the backfield and making a great play. That's a big-time play right there. Proud of our little 8th grader, Tyler Thomas, number 33. Here's a clip where he gets his first pick. He had 2 interceptions in the game. And we're excited about the future with him. He's just a ball player, and he does a lot of good things for us. So he gets a pick there later on, late in the game. He tried to take a shot there at the end zone, and Tyler again goes up and makes a big play for the interception. It's another little fumble there, and our guys just rallying around the football and hustling, and Jai comes up with that fumble recovery. That's just being alert and playing with great effort. So, it was a great night. Anytime you win a playoff game, it's a big deal. And so we're proud of the kids and, the job that they've done. But I can't say enough about our coaches. Coach Harding's doing a great job just kind of creating offenses. We've kind of been up and down through the year with personnel and trying to find playmakers, and he's doing a good job of getting the ball in the right people's hands. And then obviously our defensive staff has just been phenomenal over the last several weeks. So we're really proud of those guys. And, we're going to keep it going. We get another Monday practice, and we're really excited about that. So go Wildcats.
Thank you again for watching today. Be sure that you make your plans to be there tomorrow night, November 12th, 7 o'clock in Anniston at Sachs High School for the second round game. Remember, those tickets have to be purchased through the Go Fan app. If you need assistance with that, check with the school. We'll do all we can to help you with that.
Go Wildcats.